Hello and yes, welcome to another review with me, Rockboy680. Today I'm reviewing Fleetwood Mac's Tango in the Night. This came as a request from Cecilia Garcia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I apologise if I'm not. But anyway, I love to, when people request stuff, I really do enjoy doing them requests. Someone else has requested that I do a video on the Beatles box set, the vinyl, the one from 1980, so to that person I will be getting around to that very shortly. So if anyone else out there has any more requests, you know, feel free, because I will most likely do them. Unless I really haven't got any time on my hands, but at the minute I have a bit of time, so I thought, you know what, I'll respond to this one. So I'm just going to do the usual, just give you a bit of information about the album, which isn't much. Go over each song individually, and I'll show you my copy of the vinyl. I have the CD, and I have a 12-inch single to show you. So yeah, this was the 14th studio album by the American/British band Fleetwood Mac. It was released in April 1987, and in the UK charts it did reach number 1. US charts it only got to number 7, and it got to number 1 in another country. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to guess which country it is. Sweden. Bet you wouldn't expect that, but anyway. I was pretty surprised actually when I looked and I saw that it got to number 1 in Sweden. But anyway, this is a classic 80s album if you ask me. It really does have an 80s sound, an 80s feel to it. I think the production on it was pretty good. And yeah, it just generally does sound 80s style, which is good, because there are some good numbers on here which, you know, it sounds well, they sound good with the 80s sound to them, but some songs on here but anyway, let's start off. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tracks on here, and the first one up is Big Love. Big Love was one of the hits of the album, and it is a very good song. It opens the album really well. You immediately get the 80s sound. But for me personally, I have to be in the mood for it, because I was gonna save this till the end, but I might shout again at the end. But anyway, I got the 12-inch single here, Big Love. Anyway, when I bought that about a month back now, not even that much, but about 2-3 weeks back, I remember bringing it home, and every time I've listened to Big Love I've enjoyed it, but I put it on and I just went, oh, I'm not in the mood for this, I'm not enjoying it. So I feel with this song, it's a good song, but you really do have to be in the mood for it. But there are some really powerful vocals here, and it is a pretty catchy tune. Seven Wonders, the Stevie Nicks song. Stevie Nicks, I believe, gets 3 songs on this album, and this is without a doubt the best one. Another one of the hits on the album, and I love the vocals. It's a really good song. Yeah, best Stevie Nicks song on the album. Everywhere. I think everyone should know this song. It's a very cool song. You hear a lot of parties still today. It's a catchy number and very popular. Caroline. Very unusual intro. Not a fan on the intro, I'll say that. When they get into the chorus of the song, it is pretty good though. And it does eventually turn out to be a decent song, I find. It's just the intro for me. It's just a bit like, what the hell's this? It's a bit crap. But then if you really want crap, you go on to the next song, Tango in the Night. The title of the album. The song itself, Tango in the Night, I'm not a fan. I get really fed up with it, to be honest. I think it's a bit boring. Nothing happens really. It's just sort of sitting there on the album. You've got all the others. Some of them jump out at you a bit, like catchy song, great, 80s, look at us, you know. This song here just sits there, and you just bypass it all the time, I find. And then gets even worse. You get mystified. I don't like this song. I'm really sorry because I know a few people out there do like this song, but me personally, it's so repetitive, and I'm not a fan of it. I might grow to be one day. I mean, it's a bit like Songbird from the album Rumours. I was never a big fan on that at first, but I've grown to like that one. I still wouldn't say it's great, but it's okay. But this one, I've listened to this album about six to 8 times, something like that now, and I've listened to it the whole way through each of them times, and each time this song is just rubbish. Anyway, going on to side 2 now, opens up with one of the other big hits on the album, Little Lies. I remember actually hearing this one on the radio when we were driving up to a pub once, and my dad goes, "Yeah, look, Fleetwood Mac, there we go, you like them?" I go, "It's not Fleetwood Mac." He's going, "Yeah." So, no, it's not. Went home, looked it up, it was them. It's catchy, it's a highlighter on the album, it's fantastic. I mean, I know some people most probably say it's a bit corny. Too 80s sound, too much of an 80s sound to it, but you've got to respect it, I think. It's a really good song, pretty catchy. Family Man next. Interesting sounds, but I'm not a big fan. I'm not a huge fan on the echoes and the echo effect that they put on the voice, the vocals. I'm not a huge fan. It's okay, but again, it sinks to the bottom of the album for me. You know, one of them ones which I can easily just go, okay, skip. Okay, so the next song is Welcome to the Room, Sarah. Now, this is another Stevie Nicks song, the second one, and for me, Stevie Nicks is amazing. I love her on Fleetwood Mac's self-titled album. She's even better on Rumours. And then I've got the live Fleetwood Mac album up there, and that is great. I've bought a Stevie Nicks album, I think it's called Rock a Little, and I've listened to about 5 tracks on that, and that is great. But for me, Stevie Nicks on this album, she lets us down a bit here, I find. I love Seven Wonders, but this one, a bit of a strange song, I think. I've never really heard... This is completely different to any other song on the album. It's pretty different to any other Nicks song, really. It's not bad. It's not bad. Just going to say it's average. It's a bit unusual for Fleetwood Mac, I find. Isn't It Midnight is the next track. Again, bit repetitive, bit boring, not great. Done. When I See You Again, the other Stevie Nicks song. It's a nice song, I like it because it's slow, but I really wasn't a fan of the vocals. It's Stevie Nicks' other song. It's almost as though she was groaning for a lot of it. And I love Stevie Nicks, she's fantastic, but this song here is just real letdown for me. I do not like it. I don't like the vocals. The tune is great because I've said it in many of my reviews before, and I'll say it again. I like a nice slow song. You've got the nice acoustic, it calms the album down, really reminds us that Fleetwood Mac can actually go back to that 70s sound a bit, but I really don't like the vocals. You and I Part 2. Pretty good, and it's pretty catchy. And you can actually get Part 1 on the B-side to the single Big Love. And I'll just give you a quick, I'll just quickly tell you what I think of that song. That's pretty good. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so here's the album. Now, when I bought this off eBay, I bought it for £2. I used to buy off eBay a lot, and the reason I put £2 in, because it generally doesn't sell for any more than £1. It's not a rare record at all, because it's shrink wrapped. I thought, whoa, I got a shrink wrap record from the 80s. Seeing this one shrink wrapped is pretty common. But I didn't know at the time. But anyway, I do quite like the cover. It's a bit mystical, I think, a bit unusual, but it's not bad. Then we got a picture of the band on the back here. Love the drummer, Fleetwood. Stevie Nicks there, Lindsey Buckingham, and it's not a gatefold. And here's the insert, the picture sleeve. Just all the lyrics on there, in case you wanted to sing along. Got this at the centre of the vinyl. It's just trying to make out who they are. I'm pretty sure that's Stevie Nicks, but I don't have a clue about the rest. And all the track listings are on the B side. So. And I think it's definitely one which I'd recommend picking up because it's Fleetwood Mac, and I do like to defend them. Anyway, here's my CD copy. This was my dad's, but unfortunately the back picture's missing. But it is a real copy of the disc. It is a real copy. There's the disc. And yeah, there's a little book there. Or it unfolds, I think. Oh no, there are some pages to it. And I've got the 12-inch single, Big Love. Then I've also got a 7-inch, but that's under my bed somewhere and I don't really want to get it out. Exactly the same, just 7-inch. And yeah, made in the UK. Okay, so anyway, there's my review of Fleetwood Mac Tango in the Night. The best word to describe this album, I find, is repetitive. And there are quite a few good songs on it, I'll give it that. About half the album's good, I'd say, and then the other half is just washes over you. You know, it's just like, okay, whatever. So I feel I'm going to have to go 7.5. 7.5 for Fleetwood Mac's Tango in the Night. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button, and please leave a message. Thank you very much for watching.